Yes, you should.
Hey, it's #1 best-selling author and motivational speaker Erik Qualman. A lot of you know me as Equalman. I am super excited for this 7 super tips because it's the World Cup Soccer Edition, or as the rest of the world calls it, football. I'm super pumped for Team Colombia. I have family down there, and since the United States can't seem to get a team together to make the World Cup, it's all Viva Colombia. So without further ado, here are 7 super tips, World Cup style.
I think it's a combination of many things. You know, the biggest thing is the support that I had from my parents. You know, without them, I wouldn't have been able to, live a dream of playing for Manchester United. You know, that was my dream as a young kid. So one of the reasons why I was so successful is because I had the right people around me. I had great friends, great family, even till the day I retired, you know, and that was 5 years ago now. But even in my Sunday League team, I had a manager called Stuart Underwood, who was like a sergeant major, and he insisted on every game that we turn up in shirt and tie, and that's one thing that kind of got installed in me from a very young age. But of course, you know, hard work is something that I've always been about. And never giving up. You know, there's times when throughout my career where you're all aware of, where I've made mistakes or I've done something that I shouldn't have done on the field, and those have impacted not just myself, but have impacted my family and my friends. And those are things that, if you think about them too much, they can affect you. But for me, to understand that the only reason there's certain things that happen throughout my career, there's a reason why it happened. You know, I always turn back to, 98 when I got the red card. You know, there's a reason why it happened. Of course, I wish it hadn't have happened, and to have gone through, what my family went through at the time was obviously difficult, but it made me stronger as a person, it made me stronger as a player, and I always look at things like that.
Well, for me, there's times during my career where coaches want you to play simple, and they don't want you to make mistakes, and as long as you're doing things right, then you can kind of afford to try things. So it was kind of like, I remember one of my coaches telling me, it's kind of like you put money in the bank, and every time you do the things right, that's a deposit, and it kind of gives you a little bit of leeway to try to do something creative. And I always kind of was at the point where, whether I fail or I succeed, I want it to kind of be on my terms. I want it to be playing the style that I enjoy and what I love. If you don't love doing what you do, then why do it? I wouldn't want to try to completely change my game, do something that someone else wanted me to do, and then I'd not be successful. So I think it was just always trying to find that balance and stay true to myself, and for the reason why I fell in love with the game. It was to be creative. It was to express myself, and hopefully that still comes across on my game.
No, it's very important for me. I'm always a competitive player. Not just in the games, I'm in the training, I'm like that. In the home, with my sisters, with my mom, with my nephews, I'm always try to competitive hard and try to win. I'm like that. I never change because I like this. I like what I do. I like my life. I'm a happy person. So competitive is part of my life. So in Madeira, in Madrid, in England, I always want to win. I'm always a competitive person. So it's part of me.
Creo que mi gana de querer superarme siempre, de querer siempre más, de ser el crítico número 1 conmigo mismo y de saber cuándo hago las cosas bien, cuándo hago las cosas mal, del trabajo.
I'm skinny, and I was more skinny when I came here. When I was young, some people were, the English league is intensive, physical, it's not for you. In my childness, I've always played football every day. In the street with my friends, dribble, skills. Is that I learned my first things. That's why I was maybe skinny, because I wasn't eating a lot, I was just out. I was like, I want to be a professional. I believe I can. I always believe, always. Never give up, never.
I think when I was 17, before 17 I was like the last one they consider to become good. I mean, one day the first coach of the first team, he went out and he saw me in a game and he was like, I want to have a meeting with you. And I was like, okay, what did I do now? I mean, every time I had a meeting was for some kind of disciplinary thing. And then he said, on Monday you start to train with the big guys. You're in a first team. And then I was like, from considering to be not the biggest talent, like let's say the last one in the group, to jump over all of them and come in the first group. And I was like, okay. And I was in shock because, and I didn't want to say it too much because maybe if I talk too much, he will change his mind. I was like, okay, see you on Monday then. When they saw me, they saw the player that was different from the other ones. It was a great feeling, but at the same time, I was like, now I have opportunity to do something good out of it. And it's up to me. So if I want to become something that I think I can become, I have to train hard, and that's my mentality. I like to train hard. I mean, you can have talent, but talent don't take you all the way.
The best piece of advice I ever had growing up was from my mother, who said, if you don't enjoy playing, don't play. It was kind of one of those things you thought a parent would just kind of say to you growing up. But as I get older, I realize how important that is. And I think kids and parents get so caught up in how does my son make the next team, or how does he make the varsity team in high school, or how does he do this or accomplish that. And I think people are missing the point. If you enjoy it, which I genuinely did growing up and have my whole life, you're always going to want to do better. You're always going to succeed. You're going to do well.
That's it for today's 7 super tips. I hope they help unlock and unleash your inner superpower. Thank you for watching today's episode. You're probably wondering, how did I get this amazing t-shirt? Well, you can have one too. If you want to get one of these t-shirts, submit your question below or submit it on Instagram. I'm Equalman across the board. Just submit your question. If we use your question on any of our shows or podcasts, you will receive a t-shirt. So thanks again for watching. Subscribe below so you don't miss the next one. And remember, until next time, it's not what we take from the world, it's what we leave behind. Sorry. I'm not sure who your favorite country or team is. I'm not sure who your favorite country or team is, but mine is going, no, sorry. I'm not sure who your favorite country is. A lot of outtakes for you, Mr. Driscoll. Here we go. I'm not sure who you, I don't know I can say that. I'm not sure, all right.